On today's show, we have the new 2024. Wait, it's 2023 still. What's going on? This is the new Terra color of the Tundra, the TRD Pro, and we are excited to actually get to see this in color because I know you, the audience, you guys have went crazy for this color, and that's just in photos. And when you see it in person, it's even better. Now, being a TRD Pro, you get in a hybrid system. So we're up to what, 437 horsepower, Kelly, something like that. 500 plus torque. This thing is ridiculous, and it's only a twin turbo V6. So take that Chevrolet, take that Ford with your big V8s. Ram, TRX, what? This is better. I'm telling you this is better because you can live with this and you can tow with this thing because it's up to 12,000 pounds of towing, which is ridiculous enough. I don't need to tow a house, or do I? Maybe if we have this, we do. So let me bring in Kelly. Kelly, come on in. And Kelly is the truck girl. She loves full-size trucks. I'm more of a mid-size truck guy. What are your opinions of this? We drove this last year in a that orange color,
the solar octane
orange, and that thing was ridiculous. And we fell in love with this truck, and we were excited to see this color. And this color trips me out because there's a little metal, there's fine metal flake in it, so it does glimmer in the sun just a little bit. But we've been playing around in the dirt with this truck. You can't tell. That's one of the cool things about this color of this truck. But Kelly, where are we at with this thing? Well, tell me about it. Do you like it? Do you not?
Yeah, so it looks good dirty, right? So you know I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna get it dirty, but I'm also gonna take it on the road, and let's just say it does the deed.
Yes. Toyota themselves said get into it, and who are we to say no to what Toyota says? But I really do. The design of this thing, of course, it's only been out for a couple years, so we got to drive the prototype version of this truck, what, 3 years ago, it seems like?
The 1794
and
version.
the 1794 version, which there's a whole nother one I'm going to put in the back of this video. You're going to want to stay around for the 1794 Limited because that's going to be fun. But overall, Kelly, I like the design of this thing. I think it's different. We mentioned this in the video. It's just different from other brands, right?
Yeah, it is. It actually, it stands out. Toyota knows what they're doing when it comes to styling. There's a standard that they've set for all of their vehicles with their front ends, and there is no exception to that.
Yeah, this is a Toyota.
Yeah.
Which is in some cases, I can't tell some of the big three apart sometimes.
No.
If you see them from the side, I'm like, I don't know which truck this is. Once again, it's muddy. That's the way it should be. But as you can see here, we're getting the big upper control arms. Look at the big red springs. And Kelly, rumor has it, there's a little bit of more lift to this vehicle than there is other in the lower lines, right?
So with the TRD Pro, you get a 1.1 inch, we're not going to call it a lift, but a little bit of a raise over the Limited in the TRD Pro.
But there are no rock sliders, no nothing like that, because this is a truck. Let's be honest. If you want to start getting into rock crawling like that, you might go into the new Tacoma. Dual tip exhaust in this, TRD exhaust in this, full suspension in the rear. I love the tailgate. I'm back and forth with the stamping. Some brands, Toyota was the first to do this, and I really liked when they did it. Everybody else has seemed to copy that. Everybody else doesn't do it as well, to me, as Toyota does. It's a truck. We got to do truck things, and you got that easy slide down. The composite bed in this thing, just like in their little trucks, they don't seem to waste space. It's like, hey, let's give the most flat rectangle area, shove as much stuff in the back of this truck as you can, and go from there, right?
Yeah, you've got it to be able to haul that plywood or drywall, whichever it is you need to do on those days that you can't get out on the trail.
Right.
You're doing your life trail.
We've got 400 watts there in the back. You've got your tie downs because that's important when you're doing truck-like things. And tailgate's not very heavy either, is it?
No, it's actually not. It's actually quite light for a full-size truck.
Right. So it's a truck. You got a towing package on this. You got your double pins over there. And overall, this color, we're in some shade right now, and it doesn't show the metal flake as well as it probably could, but there is just fine metal flake in that, which I think makes this color pop really well. Now, speaking of popping, we got to get inside this. I want to kind of just go through some of the interior stuff that I see, what I like. I don't really think there's much I don't like, and that doesn't mean shut off the review. That just means that it's I really like this truck. So let's go look inside. TRD Pro means you get the special TRD seats, and they're this kind of camouflage, as it were, but it's not over the top, Now, there are those in the Tacoma we've seen that seems like they're going to be bright red and excitable, very excitable. But Kelly, getting in this vehicle, I I just like this vehicle. I like the center of it. I like all the actual buttons that you're getting. You know, they just feel like, I think I said this in the last review, they just feel like fighter jet buttons or something. They just feel fun, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and there actually are usable buttons. We've talked about this. Like a lot of the manufacturers are going to just the touchscreen, and that makes it very difficult when you've got a lot of things happening in your vehicle at a time and you still have to focus on the road. So the last thing I want to be doing is going, which do I touch on my screen? And to have the actual buttons, and these buttons are done well. There's enough touch to it, but yet enough where it's substantial. You do have a volume power button or a volume button on your radio. So,
but no, you know what I don't like or like is there's no chrome. No chrome
100%.
anywhere in this, and they know because people are outside with this kind of vehicle, so don't add chrome. Cool old school Toyota badging on there, which I still would hate. I don't know how the airbag comes out. I don't want to know, but it just seems like screaming a T in my head. But the stitching, all this in materials look really nice, and you know, people need to give this truck more of a chance. Now, it does sell pretty well for Toyota, but not like the big three does. But I think that this truck it's a good truck to have. I mean, from the back seats and everything about it. You know, these, for what this would cost, yes, this is an upper price, you know, that we're reviewing.
Yes.
But even the lower trims of this vehicle are nice. Now, Kelly, you were mentioning steering wheel. You do like the steering wheel of this thing, right?
I do like the steering wheel. It's substantial. It feels quilted almost. There's just a good, I mean, like, what else can I say? But it just feels solid, and it is a good steering wheel.
Yeah, of course, you get the fancy red TRD button. Will you push that button for me? Just see what happens here. Well, Tundra pops in over there, and it starts up very quietly. It starts up.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what does the exhaust sound like? So let's run back here real quick. She loves to give the exhaust the good 1-2. So let's hear it, Kelly. Okay. You get a little of the pops with it, and that's what I love about turbo engines is you kind of get that, you know, that little stutter.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, when we took off on the road, it goes, like it quickly goes.
Yes.
And it, you know, so don't hear that hesitation in the room on that. On the road, you're going.
Yes, you don't need that. You don't need that big thirsty V8 to have fun, right?
Not at all.
All right, Kelly, the world of trucks prices just keep going up. This one's about $74,000, which that's ridiculous. That I know, I mean, it's not Toyota's fault. They're just, you gotta, what these vehicles cost. But what you get, I think, for their $74,000 versus some other brands, I really do think there's a lot more value in this truck. So
I would agree.
If you're hesitant about that big three purchase that you're always making probably every 5 to 6 years, do yourself a favor, at least test drive this truck right here, and don't lie to yourself about it when you do it, because I think you're gonna like this truck quite a bit. Any last words, Kelly?
No, overall, just give it a shot, because to be honest with you, until I drove one, I didn't understand all the buzz about Toyota in general, and now that I've driven several, definitely give it the thumbs up and give it a shot.
So, whether it be two-wheel drive,
four-wheel drive,
for this badass Tundra, I want to continue. Hey, Toyota, can I continue to drive this thing?
Absolutely.
He said yes. So this has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.